Generalist robots are getting closer to becoming part of our everyday lives. And honestly, it feels like we're waking up inside a futuristic movie trailer. Except there's no dramatic music, no explosions, and hopefully no angry robot rebellion. What we do have is something just as exciting. Machines that can learn almost anything we teach them. For decades, robots were simple. They lifted boxes, welded metal, repeated the same movement 1,000 times a day, and never complained about back pain. But now, things are changing. Today's new robots are designed to observe humans, understand what we're doing, and then learn to do those tasks themselves. We're entering a future where robots aren't just tools, they're learners. And that changes absolutely everything. Imagine walking into your home after a long day and saying, "Hey, can you tidy this up?" And instead of looking confused like a malfunctioning toaster, the robot actually understands you and gets to work. This is the goal behind Generalist robots. Machines that can help with a wide variety of tasks, adapt to different situations, and respond naturally to human instructions. It's like having a superpowered helper who doesn't get tired, doesn't argue, and doesn't secretly eat your snacks. Tesla is one of the most ambitious companies in this race. Their robot Optimus has been getting smarter and smoother with each update. It can walk steadily, balance, pick up objects gently, and even fold clothes, something many humans still struggle with. Tesla wants Optimus to take over repetitive, boring, or physically demanding tasks, leaving humans with more time to focus on things we actually enjoy. Or at least things that don't involve endless piles of laundry. Then we have Figure, a company pushing the limits of what robots can understand. Their robot, Figure 01, can listen to spoken instructions, analyze the situation, and decide how to act. You can talk to it like you're explaining a task to a coworker. Except this coworker actually listens, doesn't get distracted, and won't pretend they didn't hear you. Google DeepMind is building robots that can understand the world visually. They can look at a table, recognize objects, identify what needs to be done, and plan their actions. It's like giving a robot the ability to notice things, which is something humans sometimes fail to do, like when we lose our keys while they're literally in our hands. And Sanctuary AI is specializing in giving robots incredibly precise hands. These robots can use tools, type on keyboards, press small buttons, and handle delicate objects without breaking them. Some of their robots have better fine motor skills than most people early in the morning. This growing competition between companies is pushing the technology forward at a speed that feels almost unreal. Every few months, we see videos of robots doing something new, walking better, lifting heavier objects, reacting faster, or performing tasks that used to seem impossible. It's like watching evolution happen and fast forward, except instead of millions of years, these improvements are happening every quarter. If this progress continues, a lot of jobs will begin to transform. In warehouses, robots could move boxes, sort items, and scan inventory. In restaurants, they might prepare food, clean tables, or help cook. In stores, they could restock shelves or guide customers. A robot might even walk up to you and say, "Hello, can I help you find something?" And honestly, that might be less awkward than asking a real person for help. But don't worry, this doesn't mean humans will become useless. Jobs won't disappear, they will evolve. People will train robots, repair them, supervise them, and make sure they're working safely. New careers will appear. Robot technicians, robot instructors, robot safety managers, and roles we haven't even dreamed of yet. Think of it like the early days of computers. Many jobs disappeared, but even more new ones were created. Still, we can't ignore the challenges. If robots become common too quickly, some industries might struggle to adapt. People in certain jobs might lose work before new opportunities open up. We need good safety rules, because the last thing we want is someone teaching a robot something ridiculous, like juggling knives or practicing wrestling moves. And we need to make sure robots always remain tools that help humans, not tools that decide things for humans. But when we look at the bigger picture, generalist robots could help solve real problems. They could take over dangerous jobs, like construction in hazardous environments or emergency rescue in risky situations. They could support elderly people who need help with daily tasks. They could help rebuild after natural disasters. They could make farming, manufacturing, and transportation safer and more efficient. Think about healthcare. Robots could support nurses, assist doctors, deliver supplies, or help patients move safely. Imagine your grandfather having a robot assistant that helps him walk, cooks meals, and reminds him to take his medication. That's the kind of change we're talking about. We are entering a moment where humans and intelligent machines might work side by side daily, not in a dramatic, robots replacing humanity way, but in a practical, helpful, everyday way. Picture having a robot that helps with chores, lifts heavy things, assists with physical tasks, or keeps an eye on stuff when you're busy. Basically, a roommate who actually cleans. And this is just the beginning. In the next decade, robots will get faster, smarter, cheaper, and more capable. The world we live in could look completely different. The people who understand these changes, who stay informed, who adapt early, they will have a huge advantage. So the real question isn't, will robots change the world? Because that's already happening. The real question is, how prepared will you be? By watching videos like this, learning about the future, and staying curious, you're already one step ahead. The next chapter of human history is going to be exciting, unpredictable, and full of breakthroughs we can barely imagine today. And trust me, this is just the beginning.